Hey everybody, what's up? My name is Oliver Clark, transformational facilitator for my company Amaris Vitae. Today is Thursday, February the 22nd, 2 p.m. here in Lisbon, Portugal, where I have uprooted my life and from the United States. But this is my inaugural video, and I felt like today I have been especially guided to do this video today because it's time. I can't keep procrastinating and putting it off. But I wanted to come on and just explain about what will be happening within the next few months. So, previously, I have had a company called Amaris Vitae, and I've coached or have had clients that I've assisted within transitions of their life. And I've done it mainly through referrals or just people that I've met in passing or through jobs that I've worked at. And now I'm bringing it more to the forefront as more of my full-time business. So I'm excited to bring that to you all going forward. But March is going to be very important because things just need to roll out at that point. I'm in a creative state where things just have to start flowing out of me, whether it be writing or music or whatever. But March will be a pretty busy month that I'm starting to plan out. So there'll be a lot more meditations and teachings and things like that. And opening up more to being in the client space or one-on-one. I don't like to use the word coaching because it's such a trigger word for me. I first of all, I hate sports. So coaching just does not fit. So when I decided to come up with, I guess, a vocation that matches what I like to do, I like the name transitional or transformational facilitator. Why? Because I'm very good with change. I've had to be very resilient in my life because sometimes things just happen very quickly, and I'm able to pivot very quickly, whether it be in my professional life or my personal life. That's just the way things happen. And I don't mind embracing change. So I know that a lot of people don't. And this is my vocation, my gift, I guess, is to help people through those transitions. So in essence, I've also had Amaris Vitae as the overarching, I guess, company for my professional organizing as well. And when it comes to organizing tangible items, it also translates to your personal life as well. So this video will be dedicated, or my intent for this video is to kind of bridge how organizing or guiding people through change isn't a cookie cutter process. It's very personal to everyone and their lives. And I think the coaching business realm, system, or whatever that you want to call it, I think it's capitalized on making things cookie cutter, and it just does not fit into everybody's lives. And a lot of coaches out there want to attract high dollar clients, which they should if that is the life that they intend to have, but that just leaves thousands of people out when they're looking for high dollar clients, and it just leaves people like me out, people just everyday regular people, maybe working 9 to 5, maybe have a side hustle, but just trying to work through their vocation and work through changes in everyday life and how all of that impacts their lives and how it impacts their business and their careers and everything like that. So I just wanted to come on and give you guys a few steps in which I see that works in the tangible item professional organizing realm, and how you can apply that to your daily lives. And it's much more expansive, but we'll just start there, and then we'll see where it goes. But when it comes to change, you have to acknowledge that change needs to happen in your life. And for me, I find that change has happened in a way that was very personal to me, but I missed it a lot. I missed those opportunities to change because I was stuck. I was comfortable in where I was. I was comfortable in my job, or comfortable with a relationship that I was in, that I just never made significant changes in my life. But I've had to learn that my life is very different from the ordinary cookie cutter life, the house of 2.5 kids that the American dream encompasses. That's never been me. I tried to fit my life into that paradigm. It just has never worked. So it's kept me in a state of procrastination in my life. It's kept me in a state where I couldn't be that creative in my life, or my creative juices weren't flowing like they should. And I had to acknowledge that life is happening. And I had to really develop ways to listen to myself and listen to my inner guidance, and really focus on the things that move me forward instead of the things that are keeping me stuck. And what I had to do was come back to the basics, acknowledge the things that weren't working for me in my life. And that can be very challenging, because we hold on to a lot of things in our life that we just don't let go of, just because they've been there for a while, or again, we're comfortable with them, or it's just something that we've never thought about giving away. And the idea of now giving away maybe years later can be a challenge. So this parallels to the professional organizing world, is it acknowledging that there's a need to be organized. There's a a little bit of hoarding or whatever in your life, and I just need help getting my shit together. And I love my clients that do that. I typically did not work with people that were referred by somebody, or somebody that thought that, oh, I can help their friend or family member or whatever, because if it's somebody else guiding or trying to get you to change, chances are it's just not going to change. You're not going to change. So I always work with clients that acknowledge that change needed to happen in their lives, as far as their home situation. They just have too much stuff, and things need to move out, need to be purged, or whatever. So this also happens in your life. There are relationships, there are jobs, there are things that we do to keep ourselves busy that impede us from really listening to ourselves, and we have to acknowledge those things in order to move forward. So the next step after acknowledging is the actual purging process, and this is probably the most important step in changing your life, because we hold on to things and we're so voracious about it, holding on to stuff. I know that I was, especially when it comes to relationships, I was just finding that I was collecting friends just because, I don't know, I just felt like I had to be busy, or again, just being busy for busy's sake. And a lot of people that were in my life were just not great for my development. And the pandemic really shed a light on some of the people that I had in my life. And I think the pandemic naturally purged people out of my life. So it was... the pandemic for me was very welcoming, and allowed me to get back to basics in my life. So I think if people did not take the opportunity to do purging, whether it be people or things in our life. During the pandemic, I wouldn't say you're at a disadvantage, but that was just a great time to focus on you during that time. So coming out of it, and with changes to like the political world, changes to work life, corporations are now wanting people to go back into the office, and now it's mandatory. So people have to side with the fact that they have to go back into the office. They have to make concessions in their life. They don't have a lot of times for their spouses or their kids or their friends or family, and that's changing. That's changing people in a way where it's now hindering mental health, and everything that comes with that. So purging is just so very important, and you have to face the fact that there are just things that are in your life that won't propel you forward. And a lot of these things that we are aware of, but we just don't take any significant steps to either change our relationship with those things to where it's more of a beneficial, win-win situation, or get rid of it altogether. So purging is just the most important step that you can do, whether it be in your life or with your tangible items in your life. And after we've purged in the tangible professional organizing business, there is the step of providing the framework, the system, the routine that you need in order to be successful going forward. So there has to be a framework of, this is the way it's going to be going forward. These are the steps that I have to take moving forward. And that's just what it is. But I think it also allows you to be disciplined in your life. It allows you to be more consistent when you have a framework or a system of reference. And this was something that was very hard for me because I'm very easygoing. I love going with the flow. But, with wisdom and with age and in time, you have to understand that discipline is just so very important. So there are things that I allow myself to be free with. But as far as it comes to my business, when it comes to clients, when it comes to, being the simple things, being on time, allowing time to create content, and creating personal time and space for yourself, I think the framework behind that is just very important to have, because it allows you to fall back on it if you move away from it. So having that system, that framework is very important too. So what have we discussed so far? So we've discussed acknowledging that change needs to happen, the purging process, and providing a framework structure for continued growth. And with that framework, those are the tools that keep you moving forward. But the last part is listening in real time to yourself and allowing for change to happen again if it needs to. So for me, change happens during my most significant decade marker. So like 20, 30, 40. I just turned 40 a couple years ago. So I found that I don't like to call them midlife crisis or crises. I just think that life has a way of timing it to where, hey, things need to change in your life. What are you going to do about it? So I like to take care of things and purge throughout those 10 years. So I don't have to wait until I'm 50 for everything to blow up in my life, because that's really how it happens. When there is something that I don't take the initiative to purge or excuse me, change in my life, it happens for me regardless of whether I want it to or not. So I don't want to wait to where I don't have anything in place for the bottom to fall out of my life. I need to have things set up beforehand. Even if I don't know that it's going to happen, I like to have my mental health taken care of. I like to have my personal time taken care of. So I take the time to listen to myself, to understand what I'm feeling. All of these things I like to have in place. So if something does happen, I'm not having emotional downward spiral or things like that. When something major happens in my life that disrupts my life or things of that nature, I already have something in place. I already have my emotions in check because I do that on a daily basis. So listening to myself ongoing before change needs to happen is just so vital with change going forward. So these are 4 steps: acknowledging the change, purging, providing a framework or system for you to operate out of going forward, and doing that daily work, that consistent work, ongoing, so that you aren't stuck in a place where you fly off the handle, your mental health goes to the shitter, or whatever. You have something in place, you have tools in place to allow you to move forward gracefully if change should happen again. So, starting March, I will be developing meditations. I don't know if I want to develop courses. I don't think I want to do that. But I do want to provide an outlet for those who are in transition in their life. I want to be able to be a resource or a guide for them to move forward gracefully. I wouldn't say quickly, because I think that most significant changes in our lives, they aren't always the quick hacks that you see online and things like that. Most significant change occurs over time. So if you are into that, so let me say this. I connect with creatives that maybe have ideas that are, I wouldn't say unorthodox, but they just may be hard to share because they don't feel they aren't vulnerable enough or confident enough, or there's stuff going on that they have not processed to be able to release that to the world. So I connect with those that those creative thinkers, those I guess the creators of the world that just want to influence their families and their communities in a very specific way that aligns with their life purpose. Those are the people that I connect with. Black queer people I connect with on a very deeply personal level. Older millennials I connect with on a deeply personal level. So I know that those people will connect with me outright, but creatives on the whole, just afraid of releasing their ideas to the world, or don't know how to create the framework for it, or are just comfortable in their 9 to 5 or their daily routines, that they don't know how to take those first steps to move forward. Those are the people that I will probably connect with, but I am open. I'm open to whoever would like to move forward. So look for posts on my Facebook, maybe here on YouTube, Instagram, things like that. And yeah, let's connect. I'm also going to be starting a community on amerisvitae.com. So if you haven't created an account there, I would definitely do that, because some of the things that I want to unfold, I want to keep it in a community space. I don't know if I want to bring that to the social media realm. I will post things there, but I'm going to be asking prompts maybe on a weekly basis or more And I want to keep those prompts within the community because I really want there to be a safe space for people, and social media just has become so inundated with just nothingness, and I just don't know if I want to create a community on that platform. And since I can on my website, I think I want to do it that way. So I look forward to working with you all going forward, and excited to what will come about. But yeah, I'm just very excited about what is to come, and yeah, just keep your mind, heart, all your senses open, and we'll see what happens. But sending love out to everyone, especially those who are dealing with change. But yeah, look for me going forward, and we'll have fun. Have an amazing day, and hope all is well with yourselves and your family. Keep moving forward if you are working towards something, and yeah, sending love. Have an amazing day. Take care.